Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew pew pew.
Oh, there we go. That was a little quicker than last week. A little quicker.
Yeah, you know, I always think of a song to pew along with too, but the funny thing is I never plan it beforehand until like
you don't
20
tell me
seconds
what it
before
is.
we start.
So I was trying to.
Well, I can't tell you because I honestly don't know. And then like as you play the intro, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't have a song.
This is the
and
one.
I have to just come up with one off the
Well,
top
see,
of my
I was trying to like give you a second, so I was like, maybe I'll figure out what like song he's
Nope, you had no
pewing
idea.
to, and I was like, I'm at a certain point, I just gotta hop in there, and I just did.
You want to know what song it was?
What song was it?
It was fucking Superman from the Tony Hawk Pro Skater original soundtrack. Here I am, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am, pretending I'm a Superman. Yeah.
Okay.
Great
See?
fucking song.
Yeah, if you had told me you were about to do that right before we started, I would have been like, damn it, I don't know that. I just know it as you're doing it.
See, it's one of those ones like nobody knows the song,
Man.
but like they know the song.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater,
What a dope
dude.
name.
That was the tits.
Actually, I might have to hook up my N64 when
do
I
you
get
still
home
have
to play
it?
that. Yeah. Well, Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
What?
I borrowed my buddy's N64 like probably getting on almost like a year and a half, 2 years ago now, and I haven't given it back.
That's a good idea.
And I immediately went out and bought both of those.
So what I feel like we've been talking about for a while now, maybe doing like a game night at Packard's Pub, and I was thinking, what if we did like we should just do a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater? Usually, this should be one of the things. Obviously.
Mario Kart 64.
We could
Except
do
that's
all of
not
that.
fair because I'm gonna just kill everyone because I'm the best at that game.
Well, I guess you can prove it.
Bro, do you even know how to drift?
Yeah, dude, I could drift if I wanted to.
And
I mean, I haven't. I said last week, and I haven't done it since Tokyo, but like I could figure it out. I'd hop on those sticks and I'd figure it out like before.
No.
I'd do some training. I'd do some training runs.
No, I'll
dude.
fuck you up with Bowser.
I'd be pretty good at it.
You can have Toad, you can have Yoshi, whoever you want.
Just do that. What was that
I'm gonna
fucking
have
Rainbow
Bowser.
Course? Remember that one?
Yeah,
That was
Rainbow Road.
Oh, that was my least
And
favorite.
they had the one jump where if you timed it right, you could jump off the left side of the map and skip like a third.
You
of the
could,
map.
and then but if you didn't, then you were just fucked. You're just fucked. It was really like if you were behind, you tried it. If you were leading, you never tried that. Like I was, I'm not risking that.
Yeah.
Not risking that to get the biscuit, as they say. No. All right.
I want some biscuits and
What's
gravy
happening? Let me
now.
give some shout outs. I had some shout outs I wanted to give out
Shout 'em
before
out.
before we do everything. What's happening? I'm Alex. It's Pat. We got Bobby Jokes over there. If you're new to the podcast, this is our season 6. I was realizing, it's 5 years in. Season 6, right? We start a new year, new podcast.
I guess so.
This is season 6. Welcome to season 6 of Pass the Gravy. So shout out to Andrew Packard. We kind of already mentioned Packard's Pub about maybe doing a game night there. We haven't said anything in stone, but I'm floating out the idea. Shout out to Andrew Packard though he's opening up Packard's Pub on Saturday, this coming Saturday, and he's doing it for the West Ham Arsenal game for the Bayou Ironworks. We're going to get to go and Nick's place doesn't open at 6:30. We used to go to Brian Ching's bar at Pitch 25 because there was one of the managers was a West Ham fan, so he opened up early, but now he doesn't work there anymore. So they're like, well, I guess we'll just watch it at our own houses or whatever. And I was like, well, hold on, I got a buddy with the bar. Let me just see. And I pulled the PTG card. And then Pac was like, I guess I got you, boys. Let's do this. So we're going to get to go to a bar at 6:30. Packard's going to open up, so really appreciate you. Packard's Pub, 12001 Richmond Avenue. If you haven't been there, like you're listening to the podcast, you've probably been there. You better.
Yeah,
you better just go by. Stop by. Packard's Pub, dope. Appreciate you guys. And then Jay, he called into the Rod Ryan show on Open Funds Friday last Friday, and like you basically just get to talk about whatever you want. And he was like, I just wanted to give a shout out to the best podcast in the world, Pass the Gravy Podcast. And I was like looking down,
My dude.
and I was just like, oh shit, that's me, that's us. So appreciate you, Jay. I didn't get a last name or anything, but hit us up on Twitter. Let us know who it was.
Yeah.
Or if I guess
And
people,
don't lie if you're a different Jay.
if your name is Jay, don't just say it's me. We're gonna get like 5 Jays. People are gonna make fake Twitter profiles, and they're gonna be, hey, it's me.
Yeah, so we'll know
It's
if
me.
you have like 2 tweets.
Dude, hit me up,
and
Jay,
no
and
followers.
I'll get you a free PTG shirt. Thanks for the shout out, bro. I appreciate that, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate all you guys that listen and help spread the word.
And also,
to
if you're
those other fine
listening
folks.
for the first time after hearing Jay bring it up, welcome.
Yeah, let's get started. We got a lot to talk about today. I think Comeback Kid's going to be our toughest segment because it's just there's lots of stuff that was coming back this week.
Yeah, we might have to speed through
We
some.
will definitely run through
there.
some. All right, here we go, guys. This is Where You Been, where we tell you about where we've been since we last spoke to you guys last week.
Hey you, where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Since you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
All right. You want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. Because I didn't really do anything, but I did download Battlefield 5.
Okay.
Because by the way, if you want a new game to play, it's only $30 on Xbox Live right now. It's half off. And when you buy Battlefield 5, you also get Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4. I know that sounds confusing, but those are the last two games.
What?
Battlefield 1. It was called Battlefield 1 because it was in World War One.
Okay.
So
okay.
it went chronologically.
Would be a little
it went
misleading.
Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1.
Which World War
Battlefield
4?
5.
Which World War 4?
But you get 3 games for the price of half of one.
But what's World War 4?
No, that was just like modern
what
shit.
war is that? Just
Anyway,
it's modern
but
warfare.
It's first Battlefield game I've ever had. It's really cool.
Okay. I've never been a big, I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one, and I've never been into that kind of, I did Zombies, I guess, when that came out.
You don't like shooters?
I play Grand Theft Auto, so that's kind of a shooter.
not
I
really
play
a
Red
shooter,
Dead.
though.
So then I'm not a shooter guy. I
Yeah.
guess I'm not a shooter guy. I'm so bad at it, because what is it, KD ratio, kill-death ratio. I would always be at the bottom, and even in high school, you used to play with me in high school, and you're just
you
fucking Middleton, god damn it!
Yeah, you're
what
bad.
do you do? Because I don't know how to snipe. I'm not patient.
Oh, you would be very bad because this.
Well, I'm not patient enough to snipe, so
Well,
I'm just the
there's
guy
bullet
that's
drop.
wait, what?
Like you know how in Call of Duty you just when you pull the trigger the bolt goes exactly where it is. If you're 150 meters away or 300 meters away in this game, you have to account for a bullet would drop in real life.
What?
So with your sniper, you have to account for that shit. In this
no.
one, so it's a lot harder.
But I remember people would snipe. They're everybody kind of had their specialty, and I was just I'm gonna get the biggest motherfucking gun, and I'm just gonna go. I was bad at aiming.
And you
I
missed with all
I would
those
spray
bullets.
and pray. I would just spray and pray, and I was that guy. And occasionally you'd be like, "Oh, dude, you fucking wiped out 4 dudes," but it's you died 15 times to do it. So fuck you. We don't want you on our team. And I appreciate you guys for not kicking me off that whole time. But
Hey, you got to fill the squad.
I'm sure you
somehow,
played
know?
quite a few group games without me because
Well,
you just
it's
we're
they
not
say,
on.
The devil you know is better than the one you don't. You know, it's better
I
to
say
have
that- I say
a
that
player
daily.
that you know that's shitty on your team than having a random who's shitty.
He's still your guy.
Yeah,
He's still your
and
guy.
and then I know who to yell at.
There you go.
So that
there
works.
you go. But yeah, and not to mention The Office again, but I am Jim when they play Call of Duty. But I don't when I play Call of Duty. I am Jim. That's who I am. There we go. Figured it out.
Congrats, Jim.
There we go. Okay.
That and last night I rewatched Den of Thieves, which I know I covered that when I watched it in theaters on here. But man, if you still haven't seen it, fucking
I
watch
haven't
it.
seen it.
It's
I
on.
have not
It's
seen
on. You have Xfinity, right?
I do.
It's on demand right now.
Well.
Oh,
I might check it out
actually, I
then.
think it's on demand through HBO though.
Well, I have HBO.
Oh, there you go. Then watch
boom.
it. It's a fucking phenomenal movie. I was all jacked up.
Do you
again
think
watching
Robert's
last
seen
night.
it? No, he hasn't seen it.
Robert's never seen a movie that has Den of or Thieves in the title.
He might have one that says "or" in it.
but it's not in this one.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's
Well,
of.
Okay. I bet he's seen a movie. That
Actually,
has
no. I
of in
bet you
it.
he's seen House of a Thousand Corpses.
No,
that
yeah,
totally seems like Robert's.
Not. He is not. Robert has seen a total of 7 movies in his entire life.
And 4 of them were Barney.
They're all superhero movies. If you had to just throw out a number of movies you've seen,
I've seen a few. I just we just typically don't watch the same
not
kind
many.
of movie.
Yeah.
okay.
Bro,
I got you.
How did you like the new trailer for Captain Marvel?
The newest one is actually good.
Yeah.
I didn't like the first 2 that came out, but this one actually seemed good.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm ready for it.
Could you
And
say
I'm
it
so-
was
I actually-
marvelous?
I still haven't seen it yet, but I heard Aquaman was actually good.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, which I was kind of I love all superhero movies, so even if it's shitty, I'll enjoy it. But I heard from people that are really picky about that stuff that Aquaman was really good, and I was kind of worried because it's super CGI.
I was more of a fan of the prequel.
Waterboy,
Yeah.
making a joke that
I
everyone's
know.
already seen
I know.
online.
That's why I said it, guys.
Would you be interested in Into the Spider-Verse, Pat?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that soon.
So, okay.
Definitely watch it.
I watched
definitely.
a handful.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that one for a while.
I watched a handful of minutes of the Golden Globes because it was after football, and I had gotten sort of drunk on a plane and was very angry after the outcome of the Bears-Eagles game. And so I was just kind of sitting on the couch and was watching the Golden Globes, and the Spider-Verse won whatever. They won some award, and the director, whoever it was that accepted, was like, I just want to thank everybody for, supporting and coming out and supporting such an unusual movie. And I was like, motherfucker, every third movie is a superhero movie. Don't act like you're...
No, but
and I get, okay, it's animated. It's a fucking superhero movie. It's not that unusual.
Yeah, but for an animated movie,
a lot of
well like that,
superhero movies are animated.
It's very...
There's a lot of
they're not
animated superhero
they're CGI.
shows.
That's different.
Batman was animated.
The movie?
The cartoon.
Yeah,
like
but
a
not
lot of
the
those
movie.
are cartoons.
People
so-
don't go to animated movies.
I mean, the anime community is pretty big, dude.
Yeah, but not box office big.
Maybe. I don't know.
I saw
Exactly,
That movie,
you don't know.
I saw that movie 3 times in theaters.
Spider-Verse?
That's what I'm talking
Was it
about.
pretty dope?
It's really good.
So, like, not to make spoilers, but, like, because I did some spots for it, but the premise of it is, like, there's, like, a lot of Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
And, like, if you want to be a superhero bad enough, you can find it in yourself to be a superhero. Is that basically what it's telling you?
No.
Yeah, I guess.
Do they have to, like, fight crime,
I
though?
guess so. They fight crime? Yeah.
But
They
it's
do?
but it's like it's all the different forms of Spider-Mans that have happened through all the different universes across Marvel.
Is it like, it's like, so like I don't necessarily live in the same universe as you live in? Like they're all alternate
Yeah,
universes?
see, I don't know how it all crosses, so don't give me spoilers yet.
Shut up. Just don't listen.
I
wanna
have
find out.
headphones on. I can't.
Nicolas Cage is one of the Spider-Men.
What?
He's pretty good in it.
Is he really?
Yeah.
No,
Are
he's
you
not.
serious?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
It's Tobey Maguire.
No.
Fuck. He's gonna be
no,
he's always
okay.
my Spider-Man.
Hold on. I just realized he meant that Nicolas Cage voice acts
Yes.
one of the Spider-Man.
Yes.
I thought he was saying in one of the parallel universes, Nicolas Cage, the actor, was also Spider-Man.
He was also looking for the Declaration of Independence, which is like super weird. It's like, Nick, you gotta come with another plot.
Okay, this still sounds awesome, but my version sounds way better.
Yeah, I think we should do like
Hey, look, it's Spider-Man making a bunch of shitty movies. The Declaration of Independence.
That was
Hold on,
not a
let me
shitty
grab it from
movie.
across the room.
Was not a
that
shitty
one
movie.
wasn't. I fucking love
And
that
it was
movie.
not Con Air. Was it Con Air or Gone in 60
I was
Seconds?
trying to
Gone
make
in
a joke
60
that he was
Seconds.
spider-webbing the Declaration from across the room.
I
and
mean,
you
that would be,
interrupted me.
but like it's in a case, so you can't.
Yeah, but that's super strong, so he could just whip it back to him.
That's true.
Because he's got spider strength.
That's true. Okay. Was
Would he be Nicholas Webb then?
boom was was Aquaman? Have you seen Aquaman?
I haven't seen Aquaman.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say which is better, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to assume it's Into the Spider-Verse.
I don't know. I thought
Like, it's actually getting
I heard the
serious critical
CGI
acclaim.
stuff was really good in Aquaman, like you said, but
See, I was kind of worried that like it would be a little too over the top, but from what I've heard, like it was actually really well done, which I'm excited for because DC hasn't had a great run critically for superhero
I was
movies.
actually like I didn't see it solely because I was protesting over how like just outraged I was at how sexualized they were trying to make Aquaman. Like back in
yourself.
my day, the superheroes just did whatever they had to be, and now he has to take his shirt off. Can you believe what Hollywood is doing to these people?
Kill yourself.
Okay, Derek. You'll get that later. You'll get that reference later. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
That's called foreshadowing.
All right, where else? Where else have you been? We gotta speed through
No,
this.
that's it. That's I rewatched Den of Thieves and I played some Battlefield and that's about it. I didn't really do much this weekend.
Okay.
It was a nice weekend. It was my usual perfect
The
weekend.
huge. I'll go next. I went out of town this weekend. Got on a flight on Friday. Left work a little early and went to Maryland. My grandmother turned 90, and that's a pretty special.
Did you guys get her a stripper?
No, we didn't. It's a pretty special little occasion. We got to go up there and hang out in Salisbury, Maryland, home of the famous steak. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but just take it.
They claim it.
Take my word for it. I'm pretty sure there's some other Salisbury's, but it was pretty cool. We got to go up there and got to see some family. Had some people over for a party, and that was pretty cool. And then like I had never stayed at a hotel when I had gone up to see my grandmother, and this was because there were just a lot of people in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And so my dad was like, well, I have La Quinta points. Let's just do that because he travels all the time for work, so he can just hook up La Quinta rooms like nobody's business. And so we stayed in a hotel. Well,
I
mean,
do love the La Quinta. That's my favorite.
It's nice. It's like you don't feel like you're being snobby, but you feel like you're in a nice hotel, you know?
La Quintas are dope.
And
They're my
sometimes
favorite hotel.
sometimes they're a little stabby, but whatever. It's
They're not.
fine.
I mean, but
They're typically not
That's what I was
stabby.
gonna say. That's what's good. They're not.
All
low
hotels
end,
are kind
they're
of
not
stabby at
high
some
end,
point.
But like they're good, but like attainable good.
It's kind of like you're rolling the dice, but like it's like a decent kind of dice. You know, the outcome's not going to be horrible.
Did you get to big time a bunch of relatives? Like people were like, oh, this is what I'm up to, and you're like, yeah, I'm on one of the biggest radio shows in the fourth
No, I try to
largest
be.
media market in the
I try to be
country.
as low key about that as possible. I was like, I work on a morning show, and then like they're like, okay, that's cool. Like a lot of times they skip over it, but if they ask what they do, I just say like, I do a lot of production work. because like that it's like, oh my god, so you're like famous, and then I'm like,
I'm
well,
gonna
I'm not
find
famous.
all of your relatives on
I'm
Facebook
like really,
and blow up
I'm
your
not.
shit.
I'm the third person on that show. Nobody really like I'm not at all. And my brother's like, yeah, he's definitely not famous.
I
He's
only
definitely
get to
not
do
famous.
the ads that the others don't want to do.
Yeah, like it filters down to me, and I get to talk about sports, and that's what I care about. And so,
Yeah.
but I'm not trying to knock my job at all. I was just like, I don't like it leads to like
You don't
the
want
sa-
to be the guy that big times yourself. Like
like I don't like being that guy. So I've been very careful to try and be like nobody wants to, well, I'm on a morning show and I talk to the
Oh, I'm sorry, you don't know who I am.
I wake my city up every morning.
You ever do that if Emma wants to go to brunch and you can't get a table? Like, do you know
Never once.
who I
No.
am?
The day I do that, somebody fucking shoot me because like I'm being an arrogant prick and I don't ever want to be that guy. That's obnoxious.
I can kill your business with one word on the radio.
I will go on the radio and I will tell people about you, and they'll never come in here.
If my boss says I'm allowed to.
Yeah, if my boss says I'm allowed, that's a good point. But yeah, so Maryland was pretty cool. That like we flew into Baltimore. We drove, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Baltimore to Salisbury, and then we drove back. That was cool. And last time I was up there, I believe 2 years ago, it snowed. We got snowed in. We had to make that trip, and it like barely made a flight. It was a pain in the ass. Luckily, it didn't snow, and the Giants also didn't lose in the playoffs on the way back because that was even more frustrating trying to fly, being like, are they losing? Are they fuck? And I remember we were pulling in, turning in a rental car, and Aaron Rodgers made that Hail Mary, and I was like, God fucking damn it! And like we were like the rental guy was just like, huh? Like I think he kind of got it because I had a bunch of Giants gear on, but I was like, fucking goddamn it! And he had to know what was going on, but that was painful. And then I was just like binge drinking in a bar while we were waiting on our plane, just like, all right, this is over. I don't even fucking care. I don't even fucking care anymore. And that was sort of like I was a little bit at that point by the end of this weekend.
So that,
too.
but that didn't happen this time.
It didn't. I wasn't belligerent in an airport or like being belligerent in a rental car.
I didn't know where you been was supposed to be from 2 years ago.
Well, no, but I'm saying like that was we were in the same airport, but it brought back memories, and so I was just throwing that back. And then you're a Packers fan, so I figured you would get a little out of that.
It
you
was.
know, a little
I did-
chuckle,
I
and you
did
did.
get a chuckle.
You did. Also been watching some football and football.
Mm-hmm.
Got up early, and so all right, this is a fun little Alex fuck up that I did. I thought West Ham was playing Birmingham City in the FA Cup this weekend, and so they were going to kick off. It was a 6:30 game, and I was like, well, we're going East Coast. Fuck, I lose an hour. So it's going to be a 5:30 game. Set my alarm for 5:30. Guess what? I got an hour back. It was a 7:30 kickoff.
Yeah,
up
you're
there. I was
dumb.
like, God damn it. Even though it wasn't really like that because I got to roll back over, and then I got to wake up in a couple more hours and watch it. West Ham got the dub, 2-0 win, and then
Whoop, whoop.
yeah, West Ham is looking pretty good right now. We got a big game
We're
against.
blowing some bubbles right now.
We are 10th on the table right now, motherfuckers. That's top half of the table, guys. We're a top half team. You know what? PTG first full season supporting it. We're a top half table.
Hey,
team.
we're a top 10 team.
Top 10 team. Top 10. Top 10.
Don't ask in what, but we're
We're
top 10
top
team.
10 in the league out of 20 teams. Which
No,
we're,
don't say in the
we
league.
are
We're-
halfway there.
We are a top 10 team.
And we're one of I think we're one of the last 16 or 32 teams in the FA Cup, which is apparently the biggest cup that you want to win. I don't understand why I would think you would want to win your league, but this is supposedly like one of the oldest tournaments ever. I don't know. I'm learning as we go, and I'm like legitimately into soccer now, guys. Like I don't know a lot of the players. It's so I struggle when we can talk football, I can talk about anybody on any team.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's on Arsenal, but like anyway, so like West Ham, Declan Rice, man, he was playing really well off the line. It's a Diop, dude. That guy's a hell of a guy.
I love how your legitimate fandom spawned from just one
like
time
us-
you looking at me and going, dude, I think we should get into soccer. And I was like, no, let's not do that. And you're like, but like,
Come on,
but like it'll give us something to do in the off season. And I was like, well, here's a fucking team. And I just threw it out there.
right.
And, then I fucking created a monster.
You did. Well, I'm not like obnoxious about it. I mean, I'm kind of obnoxious about it, but
You know what you are? You're kind of like the generic little brother. Like you don't really know what's going on, but you're just excited to be there.
I am. But it's so much fun. It's fun to like watch it with a group. I'm too far gone in NFL where I don't think I could join like a Giants group and watch games because I'm not fun.
No, 'cause
I'm not fun to watch games with. I'm not a fun guy to watch my team's games with. So like I don't think any like
And
I
if
would
they
just,
start like doing chanting and cheers, you're just like, fucking get away from me.
fucking no, not. But that's not part of football. Like, football doesn't have cheers and like songs
I
that
went to
people
a
sing.
Packers bar in Houston one time and they did that.
But
And
that
I was not a fan.
not typically. You know, like in soccer, if like people bust out into like forever blowing bubbles, like you're like fuck yeah, let's go, because that's part of the game, you know.
Yeah.
But
having a song about the goalie's wife is a whore. That's just part of soccer.
Right. Or the tits Fanny and West Ham. East London is mighty fine. Like people like just that's the kind of stuff I like to talk about. Not go team, yeehaw yeehaw. I don't know why they would say that, but yeehaw yeehaw. I'm too far gone in football, so I couldn't join a group like that. But I'm super stoked that I joined the West Ham group.
Hey, you got a good group of guys.
They are a really good group of guys. So I'm really excited to get to like watch the game with them. Thanks again to Andrew Packard for opening up the bar. But moving on, been just watching a shit ton of football. We'll talk football here in a little bit. And then so Robert likes to bring in ponders here. This is something I was on the plane the other day, and I thought about this. I was like, I'm just gonna bring it up to the. I wrote it down. I pulled out a little notepad I had, my little book I had. This notebook I'm writing on. Pulled it out on the plane. I was like, let me just jot this down real fast. I could have pulled out my phone. I don't know why I didn't do that, but I wrote this down. I just wanted to ask you guys this. So, Robert, do you have a what?
Are you trying to steal my bit?
I am.
You're stealing my bit.
But like, no, your bit
What an
inspired me.
asshole.
I'm not trying to steal it. I'm trying to build off of that.
He's
bit.
trying to piggyback on your bit.
Great, like you inspired me, Robert. So I would take that as a compliment
You know
more
what
than
he's
me
doing?
trying to steal your bit.
He's bird boxing your bit.
I'm bird boxing it.
You're a quiet place, and
I'm-
he's bird box.
I'm bird boxing yo bitch. What? That sounds really bad.
So what were you
So, all
pondering?
right. So I saw a commercial with a boomerang on it. I don't remember what commercial it was. I was in the airport, but I was like, dude, boomerangs are pretty dope. And I don't know why I thought about boomerangs back when I got then I got on the plane. And I was like, boomerangs were still in my head, and I was like, I wonder if I could throw a boomerang. I feel like I wouldn't be good at it.
I
And
had some as a kid.
But like, were you good at it? Could you get him to come right back to you?
I mean, I could get him back in my area.
But like, you couldn't get him to come right back to you, where you see those people on TV
I mean,
do it.
sometimes. But for
Okay.
the most part, I was just shooting to get it back in my general area.
So I was like, we're a podcast that, we're hardcore ladlers right now. Anything in the world that you put a handle on becomes a ladle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think, and here's my take, everything in the world is a boomerang. Whether or not it's a good boomerang is up for debate.
Nope.
But like, you can literally throw anything.
Nope.
It just, if it doesn't come back to you,
Nope.
but sometimes it does come back to you.
No,
There are
because-
things that
Nope.
come back. It's like, obviously a boomerang is the best boomerang.
It works for ladles. It doesn't work for boomerangs because the defining characteristic of a boomerang is that it does come back.
Yep.
to you.
Right, but so it's a really shitty boomerang if it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
It's just
It's
not
a
shitty one.
No. Everything is a
A
boomerang.
shitty boomerang is one that like starts to turn but doesn't come and it just goes left, or like it kind of starts to turn but it goes nowhere near you, or maybe
piece of
it just
paper.
turns so
A
much
piece
that
of
it does a
paper.
circle.
Boomerang. Piece
No.
of paper is a boomerang because you can throw it and sometimes it comes
No,
back to
it's
you.
not a
So it's
shitty boomerang.
It's not a
It's-
great boomerang. It's a decent boomerang.
A shitty boomerang, like I said, is one that just takes a 90-degree turn and then doesn't come back to you. One that just doesn't turn is not a boomerang.
Anything you
No,
throw, anything you
you've been
throw,
outvoted.
because it could come back to you.
No, it can't.
It could come back to
No,
you.
you can throw a football and it's definitely not fucking coming back to you.
Depending on wind. You ever heard about wind?
Unless
you
you,
know what
had
that
one
is?
of those Nerf footballs that were flat on the front that you could throw against a wall and could come back to you if you were really sad.
But
kid
see,
with
that's
no
not
siblings.
boomeranging because it just bounces back to you. I'm not talking about bouncing back.
Exactly.
So I was playing frisbee with my dog the other day. I threw it, a little gust of wind caught it, started blowing back to her. She caught it, and I was like, she just caught a fucking boomerang throw right there.
Nope.
There we go. That was a boomerang. Frisbees
It's
are
not.
boomerangs too.
No, they're not.
But anything in the world is a boomerang. Just whether or not it comes back to you makes it a bad
I'm
boomerang.
gonna call
or a
my
good
close personal friend Chris Hemsworth and have him fucking
close
fight
personal
you.
friend?
Yeah, we're close.
I mean,
good friends.
okay, well, like he can try and throw his boomerang, it's gonna come back, and I'm just gonna nail him with mine. It's not coming back
No,
because
you
it's
won't.
gonna be heavier
he's,
shit.
He's Australian.
It's gonna be heavier
Every
shit.
Australian person in the world is deadly with a boomerang. It's just a fact.
That's a good
like
point.
Margot
Yeah,
Robbie
that's true.
could kill
That's
you
true.
with a boomerang.
Fuck, I forgot about that. What about the Blade Runner guy? Ooh, he could see his blades are probably
Okay,
Oscar Pistorius.
That's South African.
Oh, he's not
that's a
Australian.
completely
You're
different
right.
content-
Wait, no, he's
continent.
he's Australian.
No, he's
Australian.
South African.
Was the girl the girl he killed?
No, I'm pretty sure she was
Australian?
South African too. She could have been Australian, but he is most definitely South African.
Okay, damn it. I'm trying to think of another one. I can't think of another Australian off the top of my head. I can't think of one.
You can't think of another Australian?
Just not.
How about fucking Crocodile Dundee?
I couldn't think of his name. I couldn't think of his name.
It's like, the actor's not really
Yeah.
Australian though, but Crocodile Dundee is.
Okay. Steve Irwin's kids.
There you go, Steve
Irwin's
Jackman.
kids.
Bindi.
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh
Hugh
Jackman's
Jackman.
probably deadly with that. See, but his hands, Wolverine's hands.
No,
Can you
'cause
imagine
they
that? That
don't
would fuck
detach.
people up.
They don't
Yeah, but if they
detach.
did,
No.
what if you cut off his
Alex,
hand?
it was
if
a-
you cut
it-
off Hugh Jackman's hand, If you cut off Hugh Jackman's hand, that's a pretty deadly boomerang if you can get it to come back to you. And I would argue that since his hand's Australian, it's gonna come back to you.
No.
You guys, I really was hoping we were gonna
Nope.
we were gonna start a new ladle thing, and you guys just shit all over my idea.
No, because like for a ladle, it works. It doesn't work for that.
I like that you like the ladle. The ladle point makes total sense.
Because you're still trying to scoop things with it, but the defining.
You're trying to get it to fly back. It's not going to, but like whether like if I throw this can, it could come back. It probably won't.
The defining characteristic of a boomerang is that it comes back to you.
I think because if you throw a piece of paper, it can come back to you. You know that's happened. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, when you fold it into a fucking paper airplane that is designed to spin.
Have you ever like you just throw that like if I was trying to like toss a piece of paper and it would and it just comes. That was a cool paper sound, wasn't it?
That's pretty nice.
That's not what a paper sounds like at all.
When it's spinning coming back to you as a boomerang, yeah.
Wait, hold on. I just came up with a new bit. All right, we're up here in the PTG helicopter reporting on the. God damn it! How do you miss that? Like your paper noise was the helicopter blades. You dumb bastard.
I was making the helicopter sounds.
You guys see what I have to fucking deal with? Like
fuck you.
I give you
fuck
a
you
fucking
for killing.
layup.
Fuck you for killing my. I gave you guys a great idea. The boomerang thing was
not
great.
a good
it's
one,
genius.
though.
You guys are just idiots that don't understand it. And you know what? Sometimes the people that thinking the furthest ahead, just like people just think I'm an idiot. But one day you're gonna
that
look
we were
back.
here to be your yes men.
One day you're gonna look back and you're gonna realize Alex was right.
No.
Everything in the world is a boomerang. It's just a shitty boomerang if it doesn't come back to you.
Nothing you've ever said will make me look back on my life and go, shit, Alex was right.
I disagree. Maybe right now you think that.
Like you
but
can
you're
say
gonna
2
look
plus 2
really
equals 4,
silly in
and
the
years
future.
from now, mathematicians will be like, holy fuck, he proved he was wrong. 2
No,
plus
they
2
won't.
doesn't equal 4.
They won't. You guys, everything in the world is a boomerang, just a shitty boomerang. Most
Nope.
things are shitty boomerangs.
No, you've been
Most
outvoted.
Things are I don't care if I've been outvoted. I don't care. I'm sticking to it. I'm gonna die on this hill. This is the hill I'm gonna die on.
Kill yourself.
I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it. We gotta wait till Comeback Kid. But okay, so that's where I've been. Robert, where have you been, buddy?
All right, so I've been thinking a lot about proposing, right? And the word proposal.
Well, wait, hold on. Are you proposing to Sam through the podcast?
No.
Do it.
Because that would be dope.
Is it the first podcast proposal?
Prodposal?
Podposal.
Podposal,
That's
that's better,
It's
that's
a
better,
podposal.
Okay, so anyway.
We can never just let him speak.
Because I just fucking shut up.
So proposal, I feel like when you're proposing to someone, you're asking someone, right?
Yeah.
That's not a proposal. Proposal is a plan.
We're like, I think.
A proposal is like, yeah, like, hey, how about you marry me? And like, or like, in
I
old
propose that everything in the world is a boomerang.
times, or like in olden times, you know, like, hey, let me
Oh,
marry.
that was a bad boomerang.
Let me marry.
Fucking dick.
He just threw a letter at me.
Let me marry your daughter, and I'll give you 3 goats. Right? Proposal.
That's probably where it came from.
That's what I'm saying. That's where it came from, but that's not what it is anymore. When you're proposing to someone now, you're not actually. You don't have a proposal. You're just questioning them.
You should please go up to Sam's dad and be like, I got a goat, man. Like, dude, just let me marry her. She's a great girl. I'll take good care of her. Here's a goat, and then toss it to him. If the goat comes back to you,
What are you looking
It's a
for in a
boomerang.
dowry for your daughter?
all right, back to Robert.
Like-
Sorry.
It shouldn't be called a proposal anymore. Like if you were to ask Emma to marry you, it shouldn't be called like Alex is proposing to Emma or Alex proposed to Emma. It should be Alex questioned Emma.
No, see, here's where you're wrong.
I mean,
Because it's one of those words that has dual meaning. It is also an offer of marriage.
but
offer.
only because an
Offer.
offer, which is like I get you.
Will you marry me?
get you.
I'm offering you marriage. Do you accept?
You're not offering marriage.
Oh, dude,
That's what a proposal is. You're offering marriage.
Are we
You're
about-
offering to give your hand in marriage to them.
are we about to
So
become?
is that what you get? Is a proposal is literally here's my hand?
Yes.
Is that what it is? That what?
Okay, it's called a turn of phrase.
Wait,
like-
what?
A turn of phrase.
A turn of a phrase?
No, it's
how-
not called a
how
turn
the
of a phrase. It's a turn
turntables-
of phrase.
No.
Am I really dealing with 2 people that don't understand the English language?
Oh no, we understand it. Now you get outvoted. See, that's how it works now. Now it's 2-1.
No,
Yeah,
see-
how's it feel to be an admin out?
No,
this
but
time,
it
motherfucker?
doesn't
sense
work that
anymore.
way because I'm bigger than both of you, and if we learn
So we're
anything-
faster. We could run.
If we've learned anything from history, it's that force wins all arguments.
I've got a sword right behind you, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna stab
and
you.
I
with it.
can reach it before you can.
Yeah, but I've got a boomerang, and I'm gonna kill you with it.
your best weapon? You put it next to me. Good plan.
No, that's not my best weapon. I didn't tell you my best weapon.
that was a terrible proposal for battle that you
No,
just made.
Robert, I was just
Mine.
gonna start saying like, should we be like super woke, like woke? which is it's yolk when yolk gets woke. But should we be super woke on this and like say that it is offensive in 2019 that basically what men are doing to women is the old hat form of like where their fathers would auction them off or propose them away. That's pretty much what that is.
I think Pat's a little sleepy on this.
Yeah, maybe Pat's just, he's a bigot. He's a biget that doesn't care about women.
Oh, wait, what subject are we talking about me being a bigot on? Because we got to narrow this one down.
Because there's just so many. There's so many things. He's like, I'll be a bigot. Oh. But yeah.
I might have to argue what you're calling me a bigot for.
Now, proposals is an offensive thing. I don't think we should use that term anymore. I think Robert is making a very good point, so I'm glad you brought that up. Like, you should ask someone to marry you, not propose to them.
Right. Or question just because it sounds funnier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but asking
Like
people questions is a term of sexual assault if they didn't want you to ask them a question. So proposal is really the only way you can do it.
Okay, all right, hear about this. What about this? If I asked Emma to marry me, all right? And she says no, so my proposal comes right back to me. That proposal is a boomerang, right?
No.
You guys know this is going to be all episode,
Yep,
right?
and I'm going to shit on it every time.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, that's a pretty good, that's got some legs on that one. That's got some legs on that one.
Boomerangs don't have legs.
No, but I'm saying that argument got a little bit of legs to it. Okay. That's what you had. Proposals are offensive is what we learned from that. Okay.
Stay woke, guys.
Stay woke. Everybody stay woke. That's why you guys listen to Past the Grave. Where the fuck did this podcast go today? God damn it.
Stay slept, guys.
I feel like we had such a good one last week. And then we're like,
we'll see.
We can't go back to back.
I want to say we're pretty young into this, but I feel like we've already been going for 2.5 hours.
It does feel that way. It's 30 minutes, yeah.
We've given you 30 minutes of nothing,
30
guys.
minutes of that. Speaking of I don't know. Speaking of,
I was gonna say of nothing.
see that? See, I just threw this piece of paper. It came right back to me. It's a boomerang.
No, you threw it and then stuck your arm farther out and caught it.
You have to catch things with your arm. You have to catch things with your arm, Pat. Learn how to catch.
Learn how to catch. Body ladle.
I'm talking about a sponsor right now, Pat. Please just let me talk. Please just let me talk.
Nope.
I'm talking to you guys right now about one of our best sponsors, one of our two best sponsors. Little M Air
Top
Fresheners.
two easily.
Our top two sponsors. Little M Air Fresheners, gang. If your smelly cars got you down, Little M Air Fresheners not only smell good, they look good too. They're made from paper and scented with essential oils, and their air fresheners are going to freshen up any space you've got. They offer a variety of scents and unique designs. My favorite is the Fresh to Death scent. I like the Rad design, but it doesn't come in Fresh to Death. You can get it in Miami Beach is my other favorite one. That's pretty dope. And then Black Ice or Black-ish or whatever. I'm blanking on it right now. But you'll get it. You'll find it. This is the worst read ever. This is the worst read. But I also like the Out of This World one, which just kind of, it looks like space. That's a pretty dope one. We got one that says Be Cool. We got one that says Smell You Later. They're all pretty dope. Like I said, best scent is Fresh to Death, so get that. They're $2.50 a piece, and you don't want to be one of those basic bitches driving around in your trees. You don't want those stupid little green trees. Nobody's gonna use those. Like they're not boomerangs because they're not gonna come back to you. They're just gonna flop around on your thing. Little M Air Fresheners. Fun fact: they're boomerangs. They'll come right back to you when you throw them.
Plus, they keep your year-round trees smelling well.
They do, because those are
Which,
gone.
Which, by the way, I'm pissed at you for taking yours down. But finish the read, and then we'll get to that.
I told Emma I had to do that, but okay. All right. Anyways, littlemshop.com. Anybody can spend $2.50. Don't be a basic bitch with one of those green trees on your rear view mirrors. Get a Little M air freshener today. littlemshop.com. littlemshop.com.
Did you just say rear view mirrors?
Rear view. It's where we're reviewing the mirror.
But yeah, like how could you get so excited over an idea last week?
I don't know.
Of the
I've been
year-round
fucked
tree,
up. I've been fucked up.
And then fucking abandon it. And the worst thing is like it wasn't even Emma going, "No, you guys are idiots. I'm getting rid of the tree." You took the tree down.
You know what it was? It was when I was like, I will take that Christmas tree down by next week, and you were like, future news.
But Alex's
Alex's Christmas tree is still up, and I was like, fuck Pat. He's not going to be right this time.
Oh, so you're trying to kill a bit you created.
No, I mean I didn't create that bit. We were throwing out
You
suggestions.
did create future
We were
news.
throwing out suggestions. By the way, somebody hit up I think it was Barry Liminack from 97.5 on ESPN and was like, "Hey, future." He was trying to throw out the year-round tree. Like, yeah, pass the graveyard to this dude. This is future news.
It was me that did that.
You hit him up?
Yes.
I thought it was Brandon. Was it Brandon Whitehead hit him up too? I don't know.
I don't know if he hit it up before or
He
after
might-
me.
both of y'all
I
did,
know
though.
I was part of that chain. Actually, now that you say it,
We might have jumped in on it. I want to say he started it. If not, but either way, shout out Brandon Whitehead and shout out Barry Lemonak. Anyways, that was I did the ad. I just gotta fucking move on. I gotta move on. Sorry, little
are you
M air
feeling okay
fresheners.
today?
I don't think so. I was.
You know what it is? I called you Jim Halpert, and it's gone to your head.
No,
and now
it's
all
not.
you can think about is being
It's
rich and
that
famous.
it's that I had this boomerang bit, and you guys just shit all over it, and it really it hurt my heart a little bit. It hurt my heart. Everything's a boomerang, and I don't care if you guys say it's not. It is.
though.
It is. You're wrong. All right.
Everything's a car. Its ability to drive determines whether or not it's a good car.
That's another good debate. We'll have that next week.
Your camera's a car. Shut up, you dick.
It's a boomerang. Everything's a boomerang. All right. This is Comeback Kid, where we talk about things that have been back in the news, and we're just going to move up one of them right now because we've mentioned it like 45 times.
Yeah.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right.
Oh.
Our first Comeback Kid moving up. It was going to be one of our last Comeback Kids because I didn't know how many people would have heard about it. But Derrick Rose. I don't know if you guys know who he is. If you're a basketball fan, you definitely do.
If you don't know who he is, kill
He's
yourself.
the youngest MVP in NBA history, and now he plays in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Somebody was talking to him about the people that doubted him and what he had to say to all the haters and all of that. And let me go to Derrick Rose. I'll just I'll play the audio for you.
For everybody that think that I'm not going to play the same way, kill yourself, because I believe in myself.
That's the first time I've actually heard it.
Let me play it one more time.
For everybody that think that I'm not going to play the same way, kill yourself, because I believe in myself.
Which is like, okay, like there's
It's like we get it. Like
it's a
people
pretty
our age, we
common,
know.
pretty common response to like. I mean, not a common response, but like it's definitely been
Like,
used a lot.
He's not telling you to kill yourself. It's just, it's another form of go fuck yourself. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
But like, okay, so Derrick Rose says this, and I just see like, how could Derrick Rose do? I on Twitter, I was like, what the hell did Derrick Rose do? Like, did Derrick Rose murder someone? And they're like, no, Derrick Rose told people that were haters to go kill themselves. I was like, well, are they hating on him? Like, they're hating. He's giving hate back. Fuck them. Like, if Derek told you to jump off a bridge, would you? That's what my mom would say. Like, God damn it, why are you guys being such bitches? He says it. Like, don't fucking do. Like, you don't have to fucking kill yourself because Derrick Rose said it. Like, I don't think anybody came home. Like, did anybody go home to somebody? Like, God forbid, I hope this didn't happen. Like, did anybody kill themselves? And like, somebody got home and were like, why did it do it? And the suicide note's like, Derrick Rose told me to kill myself because I
you're doing
hated on him.
anything that Derrick Rose tells you to do, you should probably actually kill yourself.
What if he's telling you how to be an MVP? 'Cause he's been that.
Well, I mean, he can tell you all day long, but unless you have the natural ability, then you're screwed.
I'm just saying.
But like the worst is, and then of course he had to come out with the, apology. I'm
He had to
sorry,
apologize
guys.
like 3
Like
times.
I used a phrase that I realized
didn't
now
literally
is not
mean it.
really mean it, and blah blah. Like I really wish his response would have just been like, yeah, it's a common phrase. Like it doesn't mean kill yourself. If you thought I was telling you to kill yourself, then you should kill yourself. Like if he had done that, I would go buy a Derrick. No, I wouldn't buy it. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? Just to prove a
But
point
I
here,
love him.
At Alex J Middleton, at not Pat Dion, at Robert Rose at 03, and at Pastor Pod. Let us know if you killed yourself because Derrick Rose told you.
Yeah.
I bet you. I want to bet you, Pat. No one's gonna tell us.
Yeah,
that.
nobody's gonna
Nobody
admit to that.
killed themselves is gonna hit us up on Twitter and say we did it because Derrick Rose told me to.
Yeah.
So suck on that. Why is everybody being such baby back bitches now? Just fucking chill. Just fucking chill. It's not that big a deal. He didn't literally mean it. I don't understand how you could even think he literally meant it. Just fucking go away. I say that shit all the time, I feel like. So like, just fucking kill yourself. Goddamn, catch the fucking ball. Kill yourself. Fuck. Like, I don't mean it. I don't really want Odell to go kill himself. But if he drops a ball, I'm going to fucking yell because I'm drunk and I'm mad. That's what happens. Hey guys, when people say go kill yourself, they don't literally mean it. And also, you have the right to choose whether or not you do it. So just choose not to.
Yeah.
Just choose not to. That's all you gotta do. It's all, hey, balls in your court.
Yeah.
Balls in your court. Don't blame other people for your actions. You, at the end of the day, are the person that gets to make decisions. So don't say anybody else did that. Okay, guys? Just fucking chill. We're moving on.
Damn, deep thought.
Yeah, right there. Imagine Dragons and Lil Wayne are my other comeback kids that I brought up because they played the college football national championship halftime show, and I watched it, and I didn't think they were great. but I didn't think they were awful. And like just Twitter was like, "Oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, it's so bad. Why is this even on TV? This is shit. This is horrible."
Well, the best thing to come from it is everybody nailing the take that Lil Wayne looked like four kids two or three kids stacked on top of each other's shoulders trying to sneak in somewhere.
See, I thought he looked like the Hamburglar.
That's exactly what he looked like.
He looked like the Hamburglar.
No, dude, he looked like. Go back and look at a picture of him.
Or
again.
E.T.
He looked like any movie ever, like where you put two kids on top of each other's shoulders, you put a giant coat over the top of it, and you're just trying to sneak in somewhere.
Yeah, I could see that. I understand the argument, but I thought he was more Hamburger-y just with the stripes and the hat and everything. But I understand that people were pissed, but just hey, most of these halftime shows are pre-recorded and they just lip sync. And Imagine Dragons, you could tell wasn't lip syncing, and
he probably should have apparently.
I mean, I didn't think it was awful. He wasn't like horrible. So
I couldn't watch it.
People just hate. People just like to hate, and
yeah, that's the biggest thing. Everybody has.
Well,
a
they're a
voice
bunch
now,
of
so you can hear
sellouts.
it.
Imagine Dragons, fuck them for like making a shit ton of money when they could, and not just staying poor and
I don't
like
get that
making
take either.
shit stuff. Like,
how are they sellouts? Their music sounds exactly the same from the first time I heard them.
no,
out.
I mean, like they've had a change, but like their change has been pretty consistent with like we go big drums now as opposed to mandolins like they did with It's Time, which was their first single, and then but Radioactive though that was their first album, and that was pretty big bassy,
That's the
big,
first
big,
song
big,
I think
big
of.
drummy and stuff like that. Like I think that people just are like they hear them on everything, so people are just like trying to hate them now. They're calling them the new Nickelback. No, Imagine Dragons is better than Nickelback. Imagine Dragons is better than Nickelback. You might not like them, but just maybe
I would
you're
disagree.
Just, maybe that's
Nickelback
just your opinion, man.
Gets unwarranted hate because it became a thing to hate Nickelback. Fuck you. And I've said this before on here. Everybody knows the words to at least 10 Nickelback songs.
In other words, at least 3.
Well, I would say no. You know at least 5, and you probably know 10. Because if you want me to look up right now, I'll start naming songs.
This is how you remind me. Rockstar, Animal, Picture.
Yeah, that's 4 right there. Just
Or
off the top of your head.
Photograph, and then
But that's 4 off the top of your head without even really thinking about
Did
it.
I say Rockstar?
No, you didn't.
I want to be a rockstar.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and like people like to shit, all their songs sound the same. Okay, but you fucking jammed them back in the day.
And Imagine Dragons is dope because
Far
you can
Away.
play sports. I don't know that one.
Yeah. Never mind. I was thinking of another one. But if today was your last day, okay, no, I'm just going past all the ones you already named.
See,
But
still, just like people were just,
not great for live. Trying to come up with shit.
people were just hating. That was I would say that right there, Nickelback was what you would call a bad boomerang because you threw it out there and it didn't quite come back to you. So there we go.
Fuck you.
That's another stat for me. So yeah, Imagine Dragons and Lil Wayne are comeback kids. This one is a good comeback kid. Women and porn, women watching porn specifically, are comeback kids this week because Pornhub released their 2018 list of all the porn, like the most popular porn that women watched, and lesbian porn was number 1 on the list.
See,
nice.
I think you're wrong
Nice.
with putting women watching porn on here because I think that just means a lot of 12-year-olds are watching porn again. Like they're first getting into porn and they don't want to see other dudes' dicks, so they just watch lesbian porn.
Shut up! Don't ruin like my thought.
No, don't get me wrong. Like women watching porn is up because I remember like last year, if I remember correctly, I think the biggest search was like
I don't have
like
last
for like
year's
for
list.
like women or something. So it was like garnered towards women. So women were watching a lot more porn. I think they do watch a lot more than historically they have, or at least they're admitting to it.
They're
more.
admitting to it, is what I think. But like the number 1 thing was lesbian porn that women watched. Do you want to know what the number 1 was for men? Just guess. What do you think the number 1 was for men?
Big tits.
Nope.
Anal.
Nope.
Hold on.
You're not gonna guess it. It's Japanese. Japanese
Really?
porn was number 1. Number 3 was hentai. Number 3 for women, also hentai. Number 2 for women, Japanese porn. I would assume because Asia has pretty high numbers
It gets
in
blurred,
population. You're right, does it?
Yeah.
Does it though?
Yeah, a lot of Asian porn, they blur insertion.
Oh, because you just can't show. Yeah, that's what Rob Munkle
Which is
on
weird.
our podcast
Like,
said.
oh,
He
we're
does
gonna
anime
show
stuff.
the fucking, but we're gonna pixelate.
Well, that's probably
the
why
insertion.
hentai is, because you can probably show it. You can probably show it.
And
that
you can
kind of
show
stuff.
tentacles fucking every
Yep.
hole in their body.
Yep. Threesome porn was high up on the ladies. Massage, gangbang, lesbian scissoring, stepmom, MILF, anal, pussy licking, lesbian threesome, and double penetration. And then a top trend by gender, but for both of the genders, was Fortnite.
Hold on. You labeling all those off real quick sounded like the modern version of George Carlin's Seven Dirty Words. Lesbian scissoring, pussy licking, anal. Because nowadays you're shit pissed, fuck cunt, cocksucker. Like those are nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Lesbian scissoring. That's
Scissoring. That's the go-to.
Because you can say shit on TV now, so I guess it needs to be replaced by lesbian scissoring.
Stepmom showed up high on both, so that's still
Yeah,
a
like
thing.
that's a weird trend that
But
I don't get.
sometimes you get like tricked into it. Like it doesn't say it's like a stepmom, but it's like, oh no, if you're,
Dude, like,
but like you like quickly onto the video, you get it. Like whoa, hey.
I have found that if you look at the homepage, like 7
I try
of like the 13 video, or like it's probably 7 of like 30 videos that are up there. It's all like stepmom fucks son, or daughter fucks stepdad.
yeah.
I'm like, why
is this so high
the
up?
thing? Why that ruins it?
I'm more of a MILF guy, I would say. I think that's probably my go-to category. Not that I have like I scroll the front page usually, but then if I can't find anything, I just go MILF porn. It's always got they've always got winners right there,
There you go.
But so women watching porn, that's back. What is
I like hentai.
ASMR is auto whatever it is. It's what you do like that. Okay, that's what I thought it was. There's also Tinder. Was
Tender or
Tinder,
Tinder?
Tinder was a new top trending search for women. And then my favorite thing about men, just shout out to the men here right now. We're making progress. 155% up from last year. How to treat women porn. So I don't know what that kind of porn is.
In a million years, I would never think to search the words in a porn website, how to treat women.
What if it's just like, here, babe, you want me to open the door for you? She's like, oh, thank you. Let's bang.
I don't want to fuck. I just want to hear about your day.
What if that's all it is? And it's just
And like you're just sitting there waiting for it to happen.
It's that POV. It's POV style, but it's just a lady talking
it's
to you
just a
about
woman
like.
talking.
And Becky was such a bitch at work today. You won't believe what she said. Oh, what did she say? And you're just like, I had to listen to this. I'm not jerking off to this.
And then halfway through it, a dude's face just pops up on the screen and says, "Kill yourself." Why don't you just try
I'll
and
do a
pull it
little
up right
research.
now?
I don't want to on my. I use it on my iPad. I keep this. This is my good boy computer. This is my good boy computer. But yeah, women watching porn. That's back. Way to go, ladies. Way to go, ladies. Also, way to go, men, for respecting women.
Yeah, keep flicking that bean, ladies.
You want to do a Blue Apron ad for me? Buddy?
Yeah,
I gotta
I'll do
go.
a Blue
I gotta go
Apron
take a piss. Gotta go take a piss.
I've got to have to stand up and move to do this.
Got it right here. Got your list right there.
See how this is done by a professional.
Yeah, because I fuck it up too much.
Yeah, you do, because you don't know how to pronounce words. Blue Apron is a leading meal kit delivery service in the USA. While many people know what they do, there are many that don't know about the types of meals that you'll get to eat when you use Blue Apron. You're not just having burgers for dinner, you're making short rib burgers with hoppy cheddar sauce on a pretzel bun. You're preparing seared steaks with mashed potatoes, green beans, and crispy shallots, all in under 45 minutes and without having to make a trip to the grocery store. They offer 3 different meal plans, a 2-person plan, a family plan, and a wine plan. Pick which one you want and get involved with Blue Apron. Here are some of the items you'd get from Blue Apron if you ordered this week. Tuscan spiced cod with farro, zucchini, and pepper caper mayo. Chicken and coconut curry over brown rice. Seared steak and soy miso pan sauce with sweet potatoes and kale. 3 cheese pizza with caramelized onions. Apple and cheddar grilled cheese with roasted carrots and pickled peppers. Pickled peppers, that's awesome. Roasted chickpea and farro bowl with a soft boiled egg. Beef and broccoli with marinated enoki mushrooms and jasmine rice, and sweet and smoky pork burgers with roasted carrots. It all sounds delicious, and you can get it all with Blue Apron. We're even going to give you your first 3 meals for free at blueapron.com/PTG. Blueapron.com/PTG. Get your first 3 meals for free. Blueapron.com/PTG. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
So I'm wearing socks instead of shoes right now, and I just started trying to run because I heard you finishing this. And I almost just ate shit. Because my socks slid on this wood floor.
I was almost more professional than you.
You were almost.
There's pickled peppers in there, and I started laughing.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pepper. I mean, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
as you've seen, I'm not really.
It's pickled peppers.
I'm
man.
not really all that professional when it comes to my reads.
You're like an unprofessional Jim Halpert.
I feel like me being called Jim Halpert now has just ruined it. Like,
But see, that's the thing. Jim Halpert was already unprofessional, so you being an unprofessional Jim Halpert, you're basically just a piece of shit, is what I'm trying to say.
I am not a piece of shit. We got Not Cool coming up, and that's where we just tell you what's something that has like happened in the last week since we've spoken to you guys. Something that might make you just be like along the lines of, hey man, that's not cool. Why would you do that? But this is not cool. Here we go. Ladlettes, you guys ready?
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Robert, did you have a not cool for us, buddy?
Yeah, it's AT&T and their fake 5G logo.
Okay, I saw so like they just put 5G on
They
it, but
just
it's
put-
not really 5G.
Nope, it's not. They just renamed 4G to 5G, even though it doesn't do anything. It's not faster. They just decided to call what you have 5G,
Just to sound cooler.
just to sound cooler.
I mean, it's kind of genius on their part to like rebrand it a little bit. But like, what? Like, I don't know. Is it gigs? Is that what a G is?
No, not in this case.
Gigahertz.
Maybe. I'm not exactly sure what it stands for, but it's just like how fast.
Gucci's. 5 Gucci's.
It's just how fast, like, internet speeds are on your phone and whatever.
Uh huh.
And so they're misleading people, and I think it's kind of sucky when companies do that.
Yeah. Sounds kind of like something a big corporation would probably do, though, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. So like, I saw something sort of like that. So that's literally like just what it was. They were just like, we lied and made it up that it was 5G. But, like,
Yeah.
I wonder why like they picked that. I guess just because you could say you have 5G.
I guess so.
Were they advertising it as 5G, or did it just pop up saying 5G? Were they bragging like we've got the new 5G plan?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
but
that's
like
shitty.
it's on your phone. I'm not. Do you have AT&T?
I do, and it just says I just have bars on my phone. I have
Okay. Well, some will say
4 bars, 5 bars now.
some will say 5G E, which just means that like your phone can have 5G, but not that it is
5G enabled.
What the hell is 5GE? That's the first time I've ever heard of that.
Do you have like? What does your phone say? Does it say 4G ever on it?
I don't know. I'm always connected to Wi-Fi. Well, yeah, no, it'll say 4G. I know. I've
Okay.
seen that.
Well, he's saying that they're saying 5G, but they aren't necessarily 5G because they don't have the capability for 5G yet.
Then, like, how can you put 5? Like,
They
that's,
can just change the settings on the phone, I guess.
But like, how can you say 5G if you don't support it? That's false advertising.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they're calling it 4G, 5G. That's why it's just not cool, man.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's fucked up. You can't. Like, I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying that's fucked up. You can't do that.
Yeah, no,
would
I
say it's
agree.
not cool.
That is not cool.
Let's bring forth.
See, that's a
suit.
boomerang that you threw out there, and it didn't come back to you because Pat just didn't get it. It's a bad boomerang.
No, I'm just saying. I was trying to think logically through this, how we can bring suit against companies that do that on behalf, like, and
you can't because AT&T probably has like a million lawyers.
okay,
and
that's
there's
cool.
no
They
way
can
you
have
do
lawyers,
anything.
but it doesn't matter. We just start throwing this out, and whatever small website can pick it up and it can go viral. That Pass the Gravy podcast is suing AT&T and Verizon and all this shit. And I'm just saying, let's do it to
we
get
don't
our name
have
out there.
enough money to sue anybody.
No, we can be our own lawyers. We don't have to have any shot of winning.
It's actually pretty funny because like it's only AT&T that's doing this, and like Verizon responded with like a serious letter, and T-Mobile responded with like, "Oh, we didn't know it was this easy, BRB." To switch to 5G.
Yeah,
They
see,
should all
actually-
just do it.
No, mine doesn't say. Mine just says LTE at the top.
What does that even mean? What does LTE
That's
mean?
4G.
Why
what
doesn't
I'm
it say 4G? Why is it lying to me? Why is it telling me it's LTE? That's what I feel lied to now.
Well, I'm just saying. I have AT&T.
Who do I believe?
I have AT&T, and mine doesn't lie and say 5G.
Good thing our phones are honest with us.
Yeah. Well, my phone knows. I'll fuck it up.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. But yeah, that is not cool. That's a good not cool.
That is a good one.
What about you, Pat? You got a good not cool?
I have a couple of just small ones. So, when you get a small cut on your finger. Sorry. Okay, so when you leave the room that we broadcast in, you have to do like a U, like a banana turn or a U into where the kitchen is to grab beer. And Alex, as he was saying earlier, is in socks and they're slippery, and he goes to plant his foot. And I hope you could hear it. I don't know if you could. hits the fucking ground.
Just ate shit. I just ate
Oh
shit.
my God,
I'm good.
dude.
I'm good. I bounced back though.
No, I don't even have it not cool anymore because that canceled everything out.
You know
It was
what's
the
not
best thing
cool?
that's
Wearing
happened.
socks on wood floors and falling down when you're trying to be quick and speedy.
or not being able to navigate your own home.
When you're trying to be quiet so you don't interrupt the podcast and you fall and eat shit and it interrupts
We
it.
interrupt ourselves all day. Don't worry about that. Yeah. So the first one I have is getting a small cut on like the tip of your finger, like especially your pointer finger. Like you can see that right there.
It's like a little paper cut.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened. I was at work the other day and it wasn't there. And I go into like the office to like check emails, and I come out and I've got a cut on my finger. It looked like a paper cut, but I didn't touch any
The
paper.
emails did it.
Dude, the electronic mail cut
Watch
my
out,
finger.
dude.
It was
The
weird.
emails are coming out.
And then I was like touching things and like it doesn't hurt, but like you could feel it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is this bullshit?
yeah, that's not cool.
That sucked. And then also today, I showed you earlier. I had like a small hole where like, not even really where my dick is in my jeans, but like almost at the bottom, but like in the dick area. And then at some point today, I just ripped it farther. So like, these jeans are done.
Yeah, time to get some new jeans.
Which like, I already knew it was time. Like my threshold for jeans has always been, I keep my my dip can in my back pocket, and over time, like you get the circle, and then it wears through, and then you get a hole that's ripped right there. And over time, the hole gets bigger and bigger and bigger. My threshold has always been as soon as my can fall out of that hole, then it's time. That happened about 2 weeks ago. And I haven't got new jeans yet, but now I guess the universe is just telling me, dude, follow your own rules. I'm going to rip your dick or wear your dick. I'm going to rip your jeans where your dick is open. So now, like, I'm forced to go get new jeans. So I might stop on the way home.
You should have just been like, well, I was walking and my dick poked a hole through my jeans because it's so heavy.
Well, no, that doesn't work because my dick ain't that skinny, dog.
You just make it up.
I
though.
got that
You just make it
thickness,
up.
son.
You just make it up. I'm just telling you, it's a chance to sell yourself. To the
So,
ladies.
yeah, finger cuts and
Look, ladies, my cock's so big I can't even keep it in my pants.
jean dick holes. Those are my not cool.
Jean dick holes, not cool, guys.
Ooh, that's a good porn name, Jean Dick Hole.
Oh, yeah. There you go. You got your porn name now.
I like that.
So I was on a flight, and I have always I don't fly a lot, but one of my rules has always been like, don't be that guy that leans your chair back. I know.
No, that's a universal rule.
Well, why do they give you the option? Because I will argue, well, why do they give you the option to lean back? Because that is the way that you can find out who and who is not an asshole on your plane.
I think it's a secret screening. Like, there's cameras on all flights, and they look, and if you lean backwards, you get secretly entered into the lottery for when we do have to start killing people for population reasons. They're just gonna be like, oh, you leaned your seat back on a flight, you're the first round death. You're a first round death.
I don't hate that.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
like
hate
that's
that.
how it should be. If that's not what's
if we're
happening,
thinning the herd somehow, like,
yeah,
it's not a bad way to look at it.
yeah.
It's not a bad way to start, you know? It's that and people
Like,
that don't put shopping carts back.
Un-
1 and 2. Boom, boom.
Unless you have an actual child sitting directly behind you, you can lean back. Then they're a child; they have no leg room anyway.
No. It's the
No,
principle.
no.
It's the principle. It's
No,
the principle.
That's what. No, it's the principle of the thing because when you're behind an adult, when you've got a 4-year-old in the seat behind you, you can lean back. They've got plenty of room. They're fine.
It's an asshole move. Still, you should you're abusing it. Still, like just you don't sit back. You don't lean back in a chair.
It's a general rule.
You don't lean back. In a
Oh, I'm
chair.
sorry. You can't be slightly uncomfortable for 2 to 4 hours.
No.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, right? Like, fuck
Kill
these
yourself.
guys. So I was watching the I've never flown and been able to watch football in the air at the same time. And my brother and I, we flew during the Chargers-Ravens game, the early Sunday game. And I was like, fuck, we can watch this
had
on...
to, pay for DirecTV or whatever?
Southwest. If you just go on their website,
see,
you can go and you can watch as long as it's network TV. And it was CBS. So I was able to watch that. I was like, this is awesome. And then I was like, oh, Tony.
Oh, because they got Wi-Fi on the planes now.
Yeah, and it was free though. It was all free
Yeah.
as long as you're on their website, which has all of the other stuff if you're in flight. And so I watched I have the CBS app. I subscribed to CBS All Access for the Big Brother live feeds, so I just had that year round. So I was watching that on the ground, and then when we took off, I was like, "Oh, let's just hop on Southwest, motherfucker!" By the way, also little thing I did, I put PTG stickers on all the tray tables right when they told us to put them up. You just stick them on that bad boy, close it. So next person
That was a terrible high five.
that was not a great. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. There we go. But so I would like to think that the next person that gets on the flight might be like, man, fuck, I forgot to download something to listen to.
I hope so.
What is Past the Gravy Pod? Well, hell, I'll download that.
Hold on. By the way, if that's what's happening, if you're listening to us for the first time,
I'm
because
sorry.
of that,
First off, that this was like the podcast that you picked to
Either
listen to first, but like
tweet
the rest
us,
of them are
let
not
us
that
know.
bad.
If you don't have a Twitter, email us at
answers@pastthegravypod.com. Just
Yeah.
say like it's not an answers question.
just get in touch
but
with us
what's up?
somehow.
Say saw you on a plane or found you on a plane.
Find us on fucking Facebook if you have to.
Well, like
Well, Alex, find me because you're gonna have to wade through 700 Alex Middletons, Pat Dion, Dionne. There's like 3 of us. 2 of them are old women.
the first flight I was on,
Just find me.
going up to Maryland or going up to Baltimore, I guess, which is still Maryland. But there's
really?
this old guy.
Geography much.
Yeah, but there was this old guy talking to me, and like he was just like, "Are you guys football fans?" And I was sitting next to my brother, so I just was kind of talking and shooting the shit with him about football as we were landing. And I was like, "Hey, can I put a sticker on your tray table? I'm just kind of trying to promote my podcast." And he's like, "Who's a podcast?" And I was like, "That's just kind of like an internet radio show." And like, I know he's not gonna listen to it, but I was just like, boom. But that guy had to fly from like fucking. He drove from Lake Charles, got on a plane in Houston to fly to Baltimore so he could fly to Fort Myers, Florida. And I was like, that fucking sucks that you got rerouted through everything. Like, that blows. You had to go all the way to the top to come all the way back.
If you're ever going to have to do that, what you try and do is you find a flight. Like, say if that was it, you're trying to get to Fort Myers, try and find a flight to South Carolina and see if there's any connecting flights in Florida over there, and then just don't go on the second connection. You can save money that way. You get a direct flight for the price of a connecting flight.
Okay.
It's a bitch. Like, you got to search hard for it.
I don't
Like,
fly enough to know that stuff.
If you're looking to save $1, you can do it that way.
But anyways, back to my not cool. So we were flying. I finally got to watch football, this was a big cool, like not like my cool
it's
part
a
was
big
like
cool.
that I did get to
Is
watch.
that a new segment, Big Cool?
No, I got to watch football in the air, which was fucking badass. And I was like, I'm set. Like, do you know a football game is about 4 hours, flight's 3 hours? Like, this is dope. I'm just gonna watch football all the time. This is perfect.
Yeah.
And like the game was ending as they're like, all right, we're about to land. Closed that bad boy. It was over. The Chargers had already won, so I was good. And but like as I was doing that, as I was watching the game, I was in the middle seat, and this guy starts leaning his seat back, and it's kind of like we're mid-flight. Starts leaning his chair back, and I was like, I'm a big, proponent of the not putting your chair back thing. So I immediately just, like, no. I put my hand on his headrest, basically, and just push him back, and I said, no, don't.
Did you actually say that?
I did, out loud. And he did not turn around, but he didn't do it for a little bit. But, like, so, like, the thing is, like, I have my MacBook. I had that, my other
try
Mac.
not to punch the
Yeah,
equipment.
I was.
Okay.
So this is how enraged I was. But I had to be civil because it was a plane, and I know how like everybody gets kicked off planes. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be a
do
viral
not
video
wanna
the
be
next
that
day.
guy.
So I was like, just keep it cool. Don't stop. That's basically what I said.
Believe in?
I didn't say that part. But I have my other MacBook that not the one that I'm using right now, but it's got a thinner screen. And but
Weird
like
flex, but okay.
Well, no, but like he was like about to like hit the top of the screen. I was like, if this motherfucker cracks my screen, he's not gonna buy me a new screen. And so I was like, fuck that. It's like he did it one more time, and I just punched the back of it, like not like as hard as I could, but just like stop. And my brother's like, dude, don't. I was like, no, don't lean. Like, you're an asshole if you lean back. And like I was kind of like out loud saying that, and like he never turned around, never addressed me, but like, don't fucking try and lean your shit back, man. Like what happens if he leans his chair back and it cracks my screen? What happens?
Then you have the shittiest screen ever that something slightly leaning back into it can crack it.
Well, no, because that was just the way that like the table was sitting and the way that like his chair was, the way it was angled when it came back like that. I was like, this is bullshit. Like what if you have a drink? If you have a drink and you like, if somebody has a drink or food or whatever, and you start arching your chair back, it's gonna knock that shit over. It's gonna fuck with that shit. Like you're an asshole if you lean back on a
I'm
fucking
with you.
airplane.
Don't lean back.
So I'm just saying, don't fucking do that. That was my not cool. I was like, dude, what are you doing? Don't fucking do that. But just I fought back a little bit and it worked. So
You literally fought back. You punched.
It was a gentle punch. It was like
When's the last time you threw a punch before that?
Oh, it was a long college. College. It'd been, but it wasn't like I wasn't like as hard as I could at all. It was just like a stop. Like I was basically
feel like that
pushing.
still
I was,
wouldn't be very
I was
hard.
basically pushing it back. Where it's like, just don't. I'm not gonna talk to you.
The best thing
I'm
would
just
have been
gonna-
if you
stop,
just like pushed against the seat and went, stop.
stop it.
No. Oh, baby girl, what is you doing?
Or okay, what about this? Is this fair? If like if you're like behind in front, or if you're behind somebody that leans back in their chair, is it cool if like I'm like, I like to rest my hands on top of the chair in front of me?
Oh,
because is that bothering you? Am I tickling you?
But it might be the one situation where I'm okay with you putting your foot up between the seats.
Put both feet up between the seats.
No, because like you put it up there for a minute so that they get the picture that what they're doing is not cool. But like the downside of that is you're also punishing the person next to them for something they're not
Well,
involved
no,
in.
but like the easiest way to do it is if somebody does it, then you just got to find a way to put your tray table up, and then you just put your leg as hard into the back of their chair as you possibly
Which
can.
isn't a
where it's
problem
like,
for me because like if you lean back, my knees are gonna be
yeah,
in the back of
well,
me.
just it's like, hey man,
there's
you
no way
know,
around
like
it.
I'm gonna make it as uncomfortable for the rest of the flight if you're gonna do this.
I'm gonna kick the
because
back
I'm
of your
uncomfortable.
seat
Yeah,
like I'm a 4-year-old child.
I'm uncomfortable. And now you're about to be as uncomfortable.
And I'm not,
if not more.
And I'm not going to be the asshole that starts a trend of, well, he leaned back, so I'm not going to be that
No,
guy.
that's-
I'm just going to fuck with your flight.
And that's why I was like, I didn't lean back when he did it. And,
Yeah.
And like, he wasn't, in all honesty, he wasn't leaning back that bad, but he was close enough to where he was about to, like, I thought he was maybe about to fucking crack the fucking, like, pop the computer screen I had. And I was
Also,
like, fuck this guy.
if you're passive aggressive, what you can do is just go sit down in the bathroom for a long time. Just go chill in there.
Nobody likes that guy though, because then you hold up, There's
There's more than one bathroom.
Yeah, but I hate being on a plane where you're like, you keep this popping back, and like you're like, people think you're like creeping on them. Where I was like, I'm just looking back. I don't know. There was a guy in the restroom. Is he in there
No,
anymore? Like, I haven't
I'll
seen
stand
that.
and wait. If I got to shit, I got to shit.
Yeah.
I'll just chill.
I'm typically like the guy that's just like, I want to just go when I know it's open, and I'll come back, and I don't want to hassle with it. But so that's not cool. Just don't lean back in an airplane, guys. That's a dick move. It's a dick move. Why do they give us the option? Yeah, they give you the option, but you're still a dick if you do it. Okay, this is our answers segment of the podcast, and basically this started when I was in 4th grade. Or no, it was 4th grade, and I was told that there's no such thing as a stupid question. You gonna say it? Just fucking say it.
I just wanted to see if you'd pause.
fucking
Just stupid
say it?
people. I wanted to see.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
Says a lot that he says there's stupid questions.
That's my president. That's my leader.
So
Just TO
I was
that.
told there was no such thing as a stupid question.
Just stupid people.
And I was like,
you
well,
twice.
okay, cool. I don't remember what the question was that I had exactly, but I remember
probably a
raising
stupid
my
question.
hand, and I remember asking that question and then being laughed at by my classmates. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? I thought this was like, God damn it. Okay. I didn't think those curse words because I didn't know those curse words at that time, I don't believe. But like in my head, I was pretty upset. And I was like, okay, well, one day when I'm in charge, I am going to just answer every question. I'm going to encourage you to ask any question, and I'll get to the bottom of it. And so I didn't get in charge of anything, but I started a podcast, and I was like, well, let's just do that right now. And it's answers. So basically, we encourage you to send any question you got at all. If it's stupid, send it to us. We'll get to the bottom of it. If you send us an answers question, we will eventually get to it. We're trying to go in order. We get to the tweets faster, I'm going to be honest with you. At Pass the Gravy Pod, hashtag PTG answers to it. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dion.
Yo.
And Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03.
Yeah.
And then you can also email them if you don't want to tweet us. If you don't have the Twitter, you can email them to us, answers at passthegravypod.com. Or you can also just go to like our Facebook page, Pass the Gravy Podcast. Like go to anything on
I was
social
gonna say, do we
media.
usually bring up the Facebook page that you can throw it on there?
I mean, you can. I just figured like everybody kind of figured that. Like just hashtag PTG answers. We'll know it's an answers question because a lot of times people go and they say silly comments and like I don't get what it is. But like it's not, it doesn't look like an answers question. It just looks like you're kind of commenting on stuff. So if you really got like a legitimate answers question, hashtag PTG answers. It'll help it show up to us, and I can search PTG answers and find those. But this is what we got for you guys. This is answers.
Well, if you just answer the question, why just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Let's get right into it. Our first answers question comes from our boy, our podcast son, and last year's reigning champion of the best answers question asker at the Gravies, Skylar Lester at OMG. It's Skylar Pat. Oh my God, it's Skylar! There we go.
I was trying to find a way to fit in Skylar Molester, but like
We don't do that, Skylar.
No,
We
it
don't
didn't.
talk about our
It
podcast.
didn't.
son like that.
See, I was trying to fucking just riff shit off the top, and it just didn't work.
They're not all going to be
I
winners.
fucked up.
They're not
I
all
fucked
going to be
up.
winners.
That's why I didn't do it.
Skylar says, what if all the coins you find in your couch are from spiders just trying to pay rent? Which is a good question, because then it's like, am I an asshole for trying to kill them? I killed these guys that are just trying to pay me rent, dude. Like, but first off, I didn't offer to pay rent, but like, if this is like you're like, dude, look, like, I know this guy didn't invite us in, but like, what if we just threw him a couple bones? Like, and this is like, I don't know what spider currency is, but if like coins are like your biggest currency, like you're not very big. I would assume like a couple pennies and a nickel. That's a big deal to a spider. You know, it's not easy to like put it under the couch.
I mean, I don't ever carry cash on me, so I don't have.
I mean, I'm
coins
poor
in the
too, so I
couch.
don't have coins in my couch either. But like,
No, I just don't carry cash ever. Like, it seems unnecessary now.
I'm pretty similar with that.
Well, also, here's the thing: if you lose,
Because I'm always that guy, like, whenever you tip, like, if you're at a bar, I'm like, fuck, I don't have ones. And then I have to go to, like, an ATM, and then I have to break a 20, and it's, like, a whole process.
yeah, you can always pay with card, and then you tip on the card. And
But
the
then
other
you're like,
thing
what
is,
if I
too,
tip per beer or
dude,
whatever?
What if you just happen to have, like, $200 in your wallet, and you lose your wallet?
Yeah,
You're
it's
out.
happened to me before.
If you
It's
lose,
happened to
if
me
you
before.
lose your card and people spend your money, guess what? You can still get
You
that
just call
money
the
back.
bank, and you're like, hey, I didn't do
Fraudulent
that.
charges.
And they're like, well, where'd you stop spending that money? Like, this is where. Like, all right, well, here's that money back.
Big, I don't know if you know this. I only go to 5 places in my life, and you can see that transaction history over the last 6
And
months.
90% are Amazon, so I don't leave.
So the ones that aren't in those 5 places, that's not me. Domino's, the corner store outside of my house to get gas and dip, and occasionally Whataburger.
Do you have any spiders in your house? You seen any spiders in your house?
I mean, from time to time, you see a daddy long legs here and there. But I probably haven't seen one in like 6 months.
What, you got spiders? You got spiders around you?
No, but when I first moved into my new place, I brought a bike with me that was just left outside, and there was a spider apparently like hiding in it,
Living on it.
and it had
Or
a bunch
riding
of,
it. Maybe he was riding it and you still had Spider's bike with him.
Ooh.
He was just so
But it
small
had
you didn't
a-
see the guy riding it.
It had eggs, so there was a bunch of spiders
Ooh.
that I found one day, just like all over my door.
Like
Yeah,
little baby spider,
Little
like
baby
tiny.
spider.
Ooh.
You ever step on a spider and it explodes into like 10,000 spiders?
No. That
You've
sounds
never done
horrifying.
Like
now.
it's a pregnant spider. You step on it or whatever. You try and kill it, and all the babies just go running.
No, they just pop out running?
Yeah,
Ugh.
you've never experienced that?
No.
It's crazy because then you start to go, oh, and you like try and kill them all really quick. It's like
Did you kill them all, Robert?
Yeah,
It's like the world's smallest game of whack-a-mole.
yeah. I'm not afraid of spiders, but seeing like this many like little spiders everywhere, like,
Yeah, no, because
it freaked me out.
Well, it's not even necessarily. I don't think it's the spiders that scares you. It's like, fuck, please don't go all over my house.
Yeah.
God damn it,
Yeah.
I don't want, because I don't want to deal with this for months.
Yeah, dude, it paralyzes you for like a second and a half because you go, oh, what the fuck, and then like your brain goes, oh
Murder
shit,
mode.
I have
Murder
to act
mode.
quickly, or I'm gonna have spiders all over my house.
Yep.
And I'm with you. I don't like spiders. Don't bother me. It's only snakes for me. Snakes. That's it.
I don't like snakes. I don't like roaches. Like, I don't like roaches. I'm not terrified of roaches, but like, ugh, they're fucking nasty.
Yeah,
I
they're
fucking
gross.
Like, in my old place, I used to like they would get in our shower, and it was like you'd always have to check, and I fucking hated it. And then sometimes like you'd be showering, you're like, oh god, fuck, what? And it's just like they startle you, you know. And it's like I'm not terrified of it. I'll fucking smack the shit out of it, but like, ew.
Here's
fucking gross.
Here's how irrationally afraid of snakes I am. Ever since I said the word snakes, I've had
You've
this
been looking for snakes.
No, I've had this chill up my spine, and I can't get away.
He's
from
been
the
looking
feeling.
around for snakes.
I
Like,
actually-
if you're watching on the video version, like rewind it because he was just like staring around
No,
on the floor.
no.
He looked back at Robert because I think he thought Robert had
No,
like a
I
snake
no,
in
I
his
just
pocket.
no. My feet keep moving up and down because like I have this irrational fear that there's gonna be a snake behind my feet, and like I'm actually kind of like.
Do you ever
I'm
like? Are
very
you ever
uneasy
like on
about
the
it now.
toilet thinking you're about to take it, like about to take a
No,
shit?
as,
and
as,
then you're like, "Is
no,
he in there?"
as a kid, it worried me sometimes. Yeah, Robert, I can feel you poking me in the back, dude. Snakes don't do that.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
How many
I do.
snakes have you hung out with?
Like one.
Not that many.
One. My friend had a snake as a kid. Or sorry. No. I said that right. I thought I said that fucked up because I'm a little drunk.
I have a snake as an adult. It's in my pants. Heyo. No.
Yeah, maybe a garter snake.
My brother used to have a snake. He had a
Like, what
rainbow.
kind of a weird person does that?
Oh, it died though.
Yeah, good.
And-
I hope it did.
His name was Scooter.
Go send it fucking to live in Snake
I
City.
mean, it was
and
like
send it as a
kind of
message.
yes. Snakes aren't. I don't trust snakes because like Satan was a snake, you know. So like I've always been a little iffy about that.
You know what I just realized? We are nowhere
We're
close.
still on the first question.
Nowhere,
We're still on the first
we're
question.
Nowhere
Robert's
close.
pissed.
Yeah, we're
Robert's
nowhere
pissed.
close to even answering the question.
If the coins we find on our couch are just spiders trying to pay rent, then like I'm sorry, spiders, but like I'm scared of you guys sometimes. I don't want you living in my house. Like I don't know your intentions, and I didn't know before I stepped on you. But if you're trying to pay rent, that's a nice little gesture. But maybe go pay rent somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's not my house.
Yeah, leave me alone.
I'm not trying to be like discriminatory in my renting practices, but I never offered to rent my place. You know, you kind of gotta like sign a
true.
lease. You gotta sign a lease, man. we have it in writing, then
You know what
then
that
you can
means?
come back at me.
You know what it means is you have undocumented spider grants in your house.
Yeah, you could say that spiders are also like not good boomerangs because like, you get rid of them and then they just come right back.
They may be paying you rent, but they're not paying taxes on that rent.
There we go.
Undocumented
There we
spider
go.
grants.
And Trump would not be happy about that.
No.
Okay, that was a good question, Sky. Sorry we talked about snakes for like 75 minutes after that. Ryan Dirth. All right, we're moving around. Ryan Dirth is a new listener, I believe. I don't know. I've never heard from Ryan Dirth. So if you're writing in for the first time, then I appreciate
This is a
it.
good one.
If you are like a long-time listener and first-time writer-inner, then I appreciate you, man. But Ryan Dirth says, can someone have a lazy eyebrow?
Yes.
Because you can have a lazy eye.
Yeah. Well, I would
But like, if
assume.
you have a lazy eye, you don't have a lazy eyebrow.
Yeah, but I would assume it probably has to do with some sort of paralysis in your face. Like maybe if you had like a stroke that only
You're always
affected
just-
the top half of your head.
What if you were just always like winking? Do you always wink? Is that a lazy eyebrow? I mean, I think you probably should be. Like, somebody's probably got a lazy eyebrow.
Oh, I'm sure it's out there.
Okay, no, because a lazy eyebrow to me, a lazy eye is an eye that doesn't necessarily work all the time. But
Yeah, it's just a little wonky.
like a lazy eyebrow, what if like you're trying to make facial expressions? Like see how I'm like this is a great thing for the people listening to the podcast, but like on the video version of it, I'm raising my eyebrows up and down a lot, and it's like, hey Pat, I'm really reacting to this.
Oh,
what
so
if my eyebrow was lazy? It just didn't do that, and so
only one of them goes up and down.
or just I guess that would be the lazy.
Is that
eyebrow.
working, or are both of them still going up and down?
Both of them are, but one's going more. But like, if I had lazy eyebrows, what if I'm just like, yeah, Pat, this is me being really reactive. This is me being, I'm talking like, and like they just don't move because they're lazy.
Or maybe a lazy eyebrow is a unibrow because it won't even dissect itself into two things. It's just one that's chilling. It's too lazy.
I would argue
it's
that-
too lazy to even become two. It's just like Anthony Davis. He's got a lazy eyebrow because it's just one. It won't even put in the effort to separate itself.
I would argue that
I don't know why I keep doing this.
a unibrow. Yeah, that was weird. Can you
just
make a
gonna-
gif of that, Robert? I'm fanning myself.
Yeah, basically, I was just doing the little floppy hand thing for people listening.
Floppy hand thing. Just go watch the video podcast. But I would say that like. Yeah. I think that like a unibrow would probably be a more alpha eyebrow because it's like I don't want to share. I want this all to be me, yo. So like that would be the most unlazy eyebrow. It's so unlazy that it grew into the other eyebrow.
Yeah, I'm with Alex on this.
Right?
Ah, damn it! I got outvoted.
Because like if you had a lazy eyebrow, it's one single eyebrow, but a unibrow, it's like it's taken over.
Yeah, it took the time to become
Yeah, that
one.
dude's working hard. He's working overtime. You know what I'm saying? And like also your lack of stopping him from working overtime
right.
and being a good boss
I
is affecting it.
I accept that you guys have outvoted me.
But yeah, what do you
Now,
think?
will you accept that not everything can be a boomerang?
No, I won't. I will never.
Then
I
I
will
won't.
never. Would you accept that? Or would you say that? Like, is it a lazy eyebrow? Is it an eyebrow that doesn't move, or is it like an eyebrow that's just like, whatever? Like I don't like. Is it an eyebrow that shows like too much expression, like when you show one, or is it an eyebrow that just like?
No, it
doesn't-
can't show too much. It's lazy. So it's got to be one
Does it
that
just
doesn't
droop?
move.
Does it just droop, or is it just like it doesn't move? when the
See,
other
that's
ones
the
do
question.
it?
Is it a droopy eyebrow or one that just doesn't move?
I'm trying to do it, and that's great. That's great podcasting material right there, guys.
I'm gonna go with I think droopy.
It's droopy.
Yeah,
think so.
that's what initially popped into my head.
If like you can like raise your eyebrows, that one is a little lower than the other, then yeah, it's a lazy eyebrow.
No, I'm with Robert. It's just one that just naturally droops.
I like that. That's a really good question, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's a fucking banger.
That's the first
for
one
your
in a
first
while that we've
question.
actually had to put a lot of thought into like talking through it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Can people have lazy eyebrows? I think they can.
Yeah.
I think they can. Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston hits us up on the Twitter and says, water, a beverage that's flavor is the temperature.
No, because hot and cold, like hot water and
You
cold
still-
water don't have a different flavor.
I disagree.
No.
I would disagree.
Then you're dumb.
I think like colder water tastes different than just room temperature water.
No, it's more refreshing, but the taste isn't different.
It tastes refreshing. as opposed to not
Robert,
tasting
go fill up
refreshing.
2 glasses of water right. Like, if I had known this was going to happen, I would have, like, see, this is the downside of me never looking at these questions ahead of
Yeah,
time.
maybe do some preparation.
No, because I like to be surprised. I like to give an actual, just organic answer when I can, when it doesn't come off Twitter. If it comes off Twitter, I see it.
Yeah.
But I would have had 2 ready. Like, the flavor isn't different. It's literally just the temperature.
But you know, like when you fill up a cup of water before bed and you drink some of it, and you're like, oh, it's so good. And then the next day you wake up again, it's average. Like I always feel like I appreciate when it's ice water. It's totally different than just
Because ice water is refreshing. If it fucking melts and it's just room temperature in the morning, it's not as refreshing. That's why it's not as good.
So it has like a different flavor to me.
Yeah, so it's a flavor.
Dude, you guys are so dumb. It's
Right?
ridiculous.
Robert gets it.
There's no flavor difference. I'm sorry,
You're
Daniel.
just wrong.
Daniel,
You're
I'm
just-
going to give you the correct answer. It's
See,
no, and then
what
they're
you
going to
would say,
override me and
Pat's
give me a
answer, what
wrong
you would
answer.
say is a bad boomerang right there, because Pat threw it out there, assuming Robert would give it right back to him, and Robert didn't.
Like, it's so
it was a
frustrating
bad
that I'm
boomerang.
not allowed to hit you in the face sometimes.
Because it wouldn't come back to you, which would be a bad boomerang. Your hand is a bad boomerang.
Actually, it would come back to me because it's attached to my body ladle.
No, but
and it
not
would
the hit. Not
attract
the
back.
hit. The hit wouldn't come back.
Well, the hit wouldn't come back because you a little bitch and you wouldn't hit me back.
No, because I'd kill you
Son.
and you'd be dead.
Son.
I'd stab you with that
You'd be
sword.
asleep
I'd
after I
stab
hit you,
with that
son.
sword.
Once again, I'm closer to the. I don't see how you
I'm
keep
faster
thinking
than you. I'm
that
faster
the
than you,
sword
Pat.
Is
I'm
your
faster.
weapon when I'm next to it?
I'm more agile. I'm quicker.
You're not more agile.
I'm
You're
more
gonna
agile.
fall.
Really?
the
Can
weight
you
of
do
the
a
sword.
standing toe touch? Because I can.
I can do a standing toe touch.
Really?
We're doing it right now. Let's stand and toe touch.
Oh, you're talking about that? I'm talking about standing up and doing the splits in the air.
The splits in the air?
Like jumping up, doing the splits, and touching your toes. And jumping
I
toe
could probably
touch.
do that. We
So
don't
I
have room in this
prefer
room to
See,
do
and
that.
also, here's the thing:
water.
is I'm wearing jeans, and I would just rip the dick hole even more on them.
So it sounds like you're
But
scared.
you know, what, sometimes
sounds
too,
like you're
I'm gonna
scared.
bring shorts next week, and we're gonna do toe touches.
We're doing it.
I can do it. I don't think you
I
can.
will.
You're not agile enough.
I'm so agile.
Mojo. Wait. What is it from?
Mojo Jojo.
No.
That's Powerpuff Girls.
From Remember the Titans. Mobile, hostile, agile. That's it.
There we
I don't
go.
think that's the correct order, but that's it.
Something like that. But I would say water is definitely a beverage that is its flavor is its temperature.
Nope.
Pat's gonna disagree,
Nope.
but still, I
And
think
Robert's going to agree, but Robert
and I
has
are right.
also not seen insert movie here. So
Robert and I agree at being right at these things. Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on the Twitter says, if 2 people with the clap have sex, is that considered a round of applause?
I don't think so.
Angry clapping is what
I
I
don't
would
think
call
so.
it.
well, hold on. It depends on how long he lasts. Like if he's a 2-pump chump, that's not a round of applause. That's
Well,
just a clap.
It's a round. One round of sex would be a round of applause.
I feel
right?
like a round of applause depends on how many people there are.
if it's a gang, if it's a gangbang and they all have the clap,
That
then
is an interesting angle.
Then I think
Robert
that's when
fucking
it's a round
opened a
of
can of
applause.
worms. Robert,
because
I agree with you, Robert.
Because 2 people clapping is just 2 people clapping.
Yeah.
Around.
If you
Hold on.
have sex with somebody else that does a clap, is that clapping? Yeah, that's clapping.
clapping.
That's fucking
It's
great.
clapping.
That's a fucking great one.
It's got to be more than 2 people to be a round of applause.
I think so.
I don't know.
It's got to be a
does it?
gangbang with everybody.
Yeah, I
Everybody
think
has
so.
to have the clap / is it gonorrhea, right? Yeah, it's gonorrhea. And why do they call it the clap? That
I
seems
don't
like
know.
the
Did-
worst name
Did
for
anyone
a-
else just picture the Dave Chappelle gonorrhea puppet?
I am now. Why is gonorrhea called the clap? That bothers me.
That's a good. Here's the part of the podcast where Alex Googles shit in the middle.
The
Now
disease became known as clapier bubo in French, meaning an infection of the penis.
Oh,
resulting
so
in
it's the
bus-
French, goddamn French people.
It was sometimes said that they had the collapse, which was shortened and transformed into the claps, or the clap.
The more you know.
So like they'd be like, "Oh, I got gonorrhea. Oh no!" And they'd fall to their knees and they collapsed.
Is that one
And
of the
then
ones that just
the
gets
French
cleaned
don't
up
know
by
how to say
penicillin?
words? I think so. I believe penicillin is the cure of it.
Penis illin. Your penis is illin.
Your
so
penis
you take
is
penicillin.
ill, so you take penicillin. Okay, Michael Scott, that was very good.
Nailed it. I thought it was Andy.
My friend Disray got new specs. Okay. Brandon Whitehead, very good question. We've had a solid crop of questions this
Yeah,
week.
these are good. This is saving the episode.
Yeah, the answers, you come for the answers question, and you just stay for them.
Yeah.
Don't fast forward to them, but just stay for the rest of the podcast.
Just
and
hold
then
out.
You get to the answers. Just wait 2.5 hours and you're going to get to it. Daniel Tom Chesson at Daniel_Blake. He's our boy from the Weekly D podcast. Check them out after you listen to us at Weekly D Pod on the Twitter. They're a pretty great podcast, part of the Pass the Great Podcast Network. He says, how come serial killer movies never have a dedication to the person that inspired them to kill people? So, like, inspiring the people.
So I think what he's saying is like when it goes inspired by a true story, it never tells who that true story is that inspired it. So like the
Okay,
Texas
that makes more sense.
Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it said inspired by a true story. Really, what it was inspired by was Ed Gein. His story was nothing like what's in the Texas Chainsaw Killer or Massacre. It was just a famous guy that killed people and cut their skin off and
Leatherface
and wore it. So like, bam, that becomes Leatherface. But the method of killing was completely different.
Well, inspired by a true story just means like one thing had to happen. Like we could do
we
could do a
Ed
podcast
Gein
movie.
Inspired like 19 different movies.
We could do a podcast movie inspired by this podcast where we were all superheroes that threw boomerangs and killed people, and like it's like, well, they're superheroes, but it was based on a true story.
Like,
and it's like, well, we did talk about that in a podcast, so that was true, but the rest of it was all bullshit. Like based on a true story means nothing. It means that like something is sort of accurate about what actually happens.
Like
they were in Texas, is what that
I could fart
meant.
right now, and it could have a certain melody to it. That like later you turn that melody into a song that turns into a musical, and you go musical inspired by a true story.
Exactly. So like that's what inspired by a true story means, but
and then you turn that into a song, and your fart becomes a movie.
I just don't think like it would be weird if you like had it that was inspired by like the person that inspired them to
The problem
kill.
is if you say who inspired it, and then they look up their story, they're like, that's nothing like this movie. It's a lot scarier and creepier to put inspired by a true story, so people think
No, but is he
that
saying-
murder story happened.
Is he saying that serial killer movies that what inspired the serial killer to do the killing?
How come
Like,
serial killer
like
movies
his
never
wife
have a
cheated on him, which is
dedication?
why he cut her up into pieces. Like, is that like dedicated to Sally?
Or is he saying like every time they killed somebody, it's like, man, this is for my sister who left me in a bathtub too long.
I think he's talking about who inspired them to start the killing.
So like if
So
Michael
it would be
Myers,
like-
every time Michael Myers killed somebody, he'd be like, because my sister's a slut.
Yeah. So then it'd be like Mike Myers' sister.
That just
And they don't do that because it's not a real character.
Yeah, and it's because it takes you out of the story.
It does. Which I get. It's a good logic on that question. I understand where you're going. I think, and let us know. I know he will. But yeah, I think that I don't think that that's a good idea. You know,
Freddy Krueger,
inspired by
because you killed me for raping kids.
Because you slept.
Well, no, he got burned alive for raping kids.
Is that really why?
Yeah, dude.
I've never seen Freddy Krueger.
Oh yeah, dude, Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what it was. Is all the parents in the neighborhood? He was like kidnapping kids and like raping and killing them. So all the parents like after.
And we made that into like a movie franchise.
Yeah, well, what it was something like I think.
Way to go, guys.
I think what happened was
fuck.
like he got tried for it, but like some technicality got him off. So all the parents
That he had like sword
just
hands.
like he had a boiler room under his house, which is basically a basement. I don't know why they called it a boiler room, not a basement.
There's a boiler in it.
But all the parents in the like town came and took Molotov cocktails and were like, "Oh, this fucker got off. Yeah, we're gonna burn him to death," and he became a sleep killer.
How did he get into your dreams though?
I don't know.
Did you watch Freddy Krueger?
I don't know, but I like the story that all the parents were like, "Oh, this guy deserves to die," and he got off. We're all as a town gonna decide to kill him.
Yeah.
I feel like that should happen more.
It's weird though they turned it like a movie franchise though.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that was the premise.
80s
of
horror
Freddy
films
Krueger.
were better.
So I guess I'm a
dark
Jason
shit.
guy then, right? Jason was just because his. Oh no, it's Mike Myers just because his sister was a slut, right?
Yeah, Jason, he was.
Hold on, Robert seems like he's coming in to correct you.
So originally, Freddy Krueger was going to be a child molester, but that was actually written out. Instead, he's just a child murderer.
Oh, sorry.
So murdering children, not cool. Not cool.
Yeah.
Big not cool for
Sorry,
us. We are very anti-killing
probably
children
happened
podcast.
is I've read the book so many times that I just incorporate
There
that
we
into
go.
what
It
happens.
just melts in. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Thankfully, we got Robert fact checking. That's why that's why you know that everything you hear on Pass the Gravy is factually accurate because Robert will fact check it. And
Don't fact check that statement.
if Robert doesn't correct us, then you know it's true. So there
Yeah,
you go.
don't fact
And
check
without
us.
further ado, I guess that's it. That's it for the podcast. Sorry that this was I feel like this was not our best one, guys. I apologize.
I'm with you on that, but I still like.
I had fun.
It wasn't our worst, but it wasn't. But it wasn't A1.
It was definitely not A1. I promise you guys 100% that we will have a better podcast next week. Thank you for sticking with us.
I feel like you're being harder on it than it is. It wasn't great. Like it wasn't top 5.
It was not top 5 material at all. No, but we're just early in the year.
It was no David Pumpkins.
No David.
But it's better than anything in the last 5
very
years
true.
of SNL.
I don't know.
Most.
I would like to think so. I would like to hope so. But hey, at Past the Great Pod, at Alex J. Middleton, at Not Pat Dan, at Robert Barbosa 03. Go on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to us, Spotify, any place you listen to podcasts, go there and give us a 5-star review. Just like talk about how great you love us or how great we are, or just
somebody
make fun
finally
of
shit talk
us.
us.
You know,
like,
it'd
I've
be
been
funny.
asking for this for a year for you to shit talk us online.
At the end of
and
the year,
nobody's doing it.
We're gonna give away.
We just gave you 3 hours of material to shit talk us on.
Well, we're gonna give away a best or at our spooktacular at the end of the year. We're gonna give away a best podcast review award. So you might as well get in early while you can. Roast us. The best ones, the funniest ones are gonna win. We'll shout you out if you got a good one. We'll tell you who's the front runner when they start happening. You know, so. Just go give us those 5-star reviews. You got to give us the 5-star review. If it's not a 5-star review, we're not going to count you because we want to show up high up in the ratings. It's funny when you make fun of us, but still give us the 5 stars. We're like, ha, you're my friend, but I'm going to bust your balls.
Talk shit about us, but still give us
because they were boys. Shout out to Jay again for calling into the Rod Ryan Show on Open Phones Friday, giving us the shout out. Andrew Packard for opening up the bar this coming Saturday. And hey, thank you, Robert, for fucking sticking through this and not walking out the door because I apologize for this podcast. Until next week, I guess. You guys, anybody's got anything? No? Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Eagles.
Yep.
And pass the gravy, bitches.
Hear a knock on the door and the night begins.